Hi, welcome to each and everyone for my YouTube channel Akshata Shetty Commerce Lectures. I hope all are doing well and today's video is going to be about UGC NET and KCET examination paper 1 subject communication. Let us discuss 10 important questions. First question, a good communicator begins his or her presentation with a complex question, non sequitur, repetitive phrase, icebreaker. A good communicator begins his presentation with icebreaker. Icebreaker can be termed as the punchline of the crux of the point of view a person is going to present. A good communicator should begin with such a format. The non sequitur are unarranged and from statements that do not follow any pattern with the previous sentence, neither any logical arrangement. It is like a child talking to someone and speaking of his choice. A good communicator must not begin his communication in a non sequitur but logically arranged format. So, the good communicator begins his presentation through the icebreaker. So, option D is the right answer. Next, come to second question. In classroom, probability of message reception can be enhanced by establishing a viewpoint, exposing the ignorance of students, increasing the information load, using high decibel audio tools. The probability of message reception can be enhanced by establishing a viewpoint. Once a viewpoint is created and the logical arrangement is established, the listeners can grasp more and more. Increasing the information load can puzzle the mind of students. There is no need to expose the ignorance of students. So, in the classroom, probability of message reception can be enhanced by through the establishing a viewpoint. So, option A is the right answer. Next, come to third question. Effective communication presupposes non-alignment, domination, passivity, understanding. Effective communication presupposes understanding. A sense of better understanding from both sides stimulates the process of communication is very effective. And also it is an important to understand how the process of communication works. That is the basic and fundamental principle tool and rules of every communication. So, developing understanding is essential for effective communication. So, effective communication is essential for understanding. So, option D is the right answer. Next, come to fourth question. The typical features of an information rich classroom lecture in the nature of being sedentary, staggered, factual, sectoral. Sedimentary is the inactive form of information distribution. Staggered is a nature to create a situation for a surprise or shock. Factual information circulate more information in a classroom. This is the typical feature of an information rich classroom. This can lead to a positive, effective communication process in the classroom. And last one, sectoral leads the information in the bits or pieces. It means it is a section wise. So the typical features of an information for the rich classroom lecture is the nature is factual. Factual means all the typical features of an information, it more effective for the communication. So option C is the right answer. Next come to fifth question. Classroom communication is the basis of social identity, external identity, biased passivity, group aggression. Classroom communication is the bias of social identity. Classroom communication is the interactive language and responses between the students and the teachers. At times, for effective classroom communication, it is desirable to use projection technology because it facilitates extensive coverage of course contents. So, option A, social identity is the basis of classroom communication. Option A is the right answer. Next, come to sixth question. Identify the important element a teacher has to recognize of while addressing students in a classroom. How to addressing the students in a classroom? Avoidance of proximity, voice modulation, repetitive pause, fixed posture. Teaching ability needs communication whose key aspect is to emphasize important points, which can be done through the voice modulation while addressing the students. For example, if a teacher wants to convey a message, to pay attention, his voice would be a little harsh than normal. The teacher need not disturb the proximity with the students. A teacher does not need to use pillars or take pause for study. Thus, the teacher must know about the voice modulation. So, the teacher has to recognize of while addressing the students in the classroom through the voice modulation. Option B is the right answer. Next, come to seventh question. What are the barriers of effective communication? Moralizing, being judgmental, and comments of consolation, use of simple words, cool reaction and defensive attitude, or dialogue, summary and self-interview, or personal statements, eye contact, and simple narrations. The barriers of effective communication. Communication barriers refers to the elements come in the way of a message being received or sent. Moralizing, being judgmental, and comments of consolation can be distort the message being sent and received. It means it will affect the communication process. Communication must be simple, feedback, and it will be in the cool reactions. The feedback must be taken at the end to ensuring the encoding and decoding of the messages. So, moralizing, being judgmental, and comment of consolation will affect the process of communication. So, it is the barriers of effective communication. So, option A is the right answer. Next, come to 8th question. Using the central point of the classroom communication as the beginning of a dynamic pattern of ideas is referred as to systemization, problem orientation, idea protocol, mind mapping. Using the central point of the classroom communication as the beginning of a dynamic pattern of ideas is known as mind mapping. Mind mapping. It is a tool for the brain that can help the students to think, collect knowledge, remember things, and create exclusive ideas. It can enhance brainstorming sessions and make the students better thinkers. So, mind mapping is the right answer. Option D. Next, come to 9th question. Aspects of voice other than the speech is known as physical language, personal language, para-language, delivery language. Aspects of voice other than the speech is known as para-language. Para-language refers to the non-verbal aspects of communication, which can modify the meaning and convey emotions. It includes pitch, volume, etc. By alerting the tone and using gestures, one can emphasize certain aspects of the message and make the presentation much more effective and interesting. So, the voice other than the speech, we are call it as para language. So, option C is the right answer. Next, come to 10th question. Effectiveness of communication can be traced from which of the following? Effective communication can be traced from which of the following? They have given the effectivenesses: attitude survey, performance record, student attendance, selection of communication channel. From these four, which are tracing the effective communications? Attitude surveys can be used at the beginning of a course to identify the ways of student perceive they learn best or to determine their attitudes towards the course. This information can be adopted instructional strategies. And next come to performance record. Performance records such as grades and report cards provide insight to the student progress and help the parents and teachers make improvement decisions. Next, student attendance improves when school engage students and parents in a positive ways. When schools provide mentors for chronically absent students. Next, selection of communication channel. A communication channel is a medium or means, manner or method through which a message is sent to its intended receiver. The basic channels are written, oral or spoken, and electronic and multimedia. So, in the four levels, attitude surveys, performance records, students attendance, selection of communication channel. The attitude surveys, performance records and selection of communication channel are traced the effectiveness of communication, but student attendance is the only related to students. Through this the parent can or teachers can take the improvement decisions, but the effectiveness of communication is traced only through the attitude surveys, performance record, selection of communication channel. So in the options 1, 2 and 4, 1, 2 and 4, it means option D is the right answer. Okay guys, this is for today. If you like my video, don't forget to subscribe my channel. We will meet again with another topic. Still stay happy and stay safe.